Hello! Are you going to go for an interview, a job interview very soon? You should watch this before you go for your job interview. So many times people ask this simple question, and even though it looks very simple, it's not very simple. And many people fail to get the jobs because they don't know what they should say. And in most cases, they start panicking and fidgeting while telling things that they shouldn't be telling. So I'm going to give you this simple tip, and next time you go for an interview, you will get a call back and you will get the job. So the question is, tell me about yourself. Let's briefly write it. Tell me about yourself. So what do they need you to talk about when they ask you to tell them about yourself? Well, first of all, don't give details about your childhood, where you grew up, what you love eating, what you love doing in your free time. Do not give details about this. Do not give details about your previous jobs. But what you should instead do, because what are they looking for? They're looking to see, are you a confident person? And how can you show off this? You're going to briefly talk about yourself. And how can you briefly talk about yourself? You should use adjectives that describe your personality in relation to the job. For example, you can say, this is a very good word, I'm a versatile person. What's the meaning of versatile? Versatile means you can easily adapt to changes. You can easily change depending on different situations, or if put in told to do different activities. So try to say, I'm a versatile person, and you can try to talk about your creativity. But I don't want you to simply list this. I'm a versatile person, I have creativity, I'm hardworking, I'm very good at time management. Don't do this. This will look like you crammed what you're saying to the interviewer. But you can instead use stories to tell these personalities. For example, when you're talking about your creativity, you may talk about time briefly. Again, you're briefly mentioning about your previous job when you had to involve your creativity, and due to your creativity, your teammates or your workmates or the company you were working for was able to benefit from you being a creative person. And you should try to tell the person interviewing you, how will they benefit from working with you? So here we have adjectives describing you, and then here you're going to talk about your contribution. So what do I mean by contribution? How did you contribute to your previous work? For example, you may talk about the responsibilities you had. So you're going to say something like, in my previous, I've worked in so-and-so, in ABC company, and I was in charge of doing this and this and this, and due to my contribution to this company, my company was able to achieve this. So you've talked about a contribution. In this contribution, you've mentioned the responsibilities, one or two responsibilities you had, and then you're going to talk about how it benefited the company. Why should you add this? You should add this because this tells the person interviewing you that when they work with you, they will benefit from you. You will contribute to the company. You will help their company to grow, and this is what they're looking for. So talk about your contribution. Talk about yourself. Use adjectives to talk about yourself. And then lastly, you don't want to seem like you're a boring person or you don't do anything outside work, because when you go for an interview, this person is for example, let me ask you a simple question before we get to this point. Imagine you're the person interviewing a number of people, and there is 2 two candidates that you're stuck. One of them is very qualified. He has a lot of working experience. He's extremely smart, but you didn't like them because maybe they looked like they're mean. They looked like they weren't very easy to get along with. And there is this other guy, he's not very experienced, but then he looks friendly, he sounds friendly, he looks like you can get along with him. I'm pretty sure many people will give the second person the job because this means they can train this person, but this person may be difficult to work with. So what you're looking to do is to connect with the interviewer. So try to connect with the interviewer. So how can you connect with the interviewer? You're not going to try to ask for their Facebook, ask for their phone number, ask for their Instagram, but you're going to try to show you have things outside. For example, you may say, for example, me personally, I'm interested in fitness, and I may mention it. For example, days I don't have to go to work. I don't have to go to work. I do fitness, and I do that maybe 2 to 3 days a week. Something like that. You may change that. You may say, I love reading, or I love traveling. So try to talk about your personality. So it's like you're adding some spice to the food. You've cooked the food very well. You added everything, and then you add spice to the food, to your interview, to the question, tell me about yourself. So you can just end your answer with that. So I'm not going to make this video extremely long because I know you have to prepare for your answer. And thanks again for listening. Goodbye and good luck with that interview. I hope you get the job. Take care.